G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, 16-year-old Goins stuns Johns in 3 games at the current PPA Cape Coral Open being held in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Florida. John Goins probably isn't a name that a lot of people outside the Florida pickleball space are familiar with. Well, that was true, but not anymore. The 16-year-old picked up the biggest win of his budding career Thursday afternoon, an 8-11, 11-1, 11-7 triumph over top seed Ben Johns, who was fresh off a singles title at last month's PPA Mesa Cup in Mesa, Arizona. After dropping a tightly contested opening game, Goins caught fire and began ripping winners from the baseline. That precision, combined with impressive length and touch in cat and mouse rallies at the kitchen line, helped the junior tennis and obviously pickleball star comfortably take game 2 and jump out to a 9-3 lead in the decider. As he's done countless times throughout his career, Johns admirably fought his way back into the contest and cut the deficit to just 2. But Goins would not be denied and forced an errant forehand volley from Johns a few moments later to secure a marquee victory in Cape Coral. These two actually faced off in the PPA Virginia Beach tournament last October, with Johns prevailing 11-4, 11-9. Despite the loss, that experience and the knowledge that he almost forced a third game gave Goins some extra confidence and belief coming into Thursday's bout. "I've played Ben before, so I knew I could do it," he said. "I was there with him the last time in the second set, so I knew I just had to put my head down and get to work." Well, the work is finished, at least for a few minutes. Goins' next match in his run, looking to make his first career PPA Tour final, faces number 6 seed Jaume Martinez-Vic. Second thing to know, as also shared on pickleball.com at the same tournament in the same division, men's singles, Martinez-Vic stops Goins' run, advances to second men's singles final of 2025. Jaume Martinez-Vic claimed the first spot in the men's singles final in Cape Coral, Florida, with an 11-3, 12-10 victory over 16-year-old qualifier John Goins. Goins had a memorable run, as reported previously, just to make the semis, with his best wins coming over number 8 seed Dylan Frazier and top seed Ben Johns. Despite those impressive results, it was Martinez-Vic who started off strong on championship court. He took the first game comfortably, expertly navigating the windy conditions with a focus on hitting with more spin and angles instead of flat power. Goins responded well in game 2, as he remained committed to coming into the net with deep approach shots up the middle to make it more difficult for Martinez-Vic to pass him. That helped the number 40 seed earn game point at 10-4. But that third game never came. Martinez-Vic saved 5 game points and eventually came all the way back to take the contest in 2 games and make his second singles final of 2025. The Spaniard says that dropping from the baseline instead of driving is what helped him come back in the second game. "I got very stubborn about wanting to pass him in game 2, so I had to change my mindset and drop a little bit more," he explained. "That's what gave me the edge at the end." Martinez-Vic will face either number 7 seed Christian Olshon or number 38 seed Max Freeman on Championship Sunday. Third thing to know, in women's singles at the same tournament, as shared on pickleball.com, Jansen eases past Wang to make first final of 2025. Singles action at the Lake Kennedy Racket Center in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Florida, concluded with Leah Jansen's 11-2, 11-2 triumph over number 8 seed Zoe Wang in the second women's singles semi-final. Jansen put forth her best performance of the day, absorbing the pace of Wang's well-struck balls, dialing in her own passing shots, and frequently finishing points at the net. The number 6 seed said that the day's windy conditions actually benefited her. "I kind of knew today was going to be a good day for me, because whenever you throw elements in, the pure ball strikers struggle, and I am not a pure ball striker," she explained. "I just kind of scramble and use my athleticism, so I knew the elements were really going to favour me and my game." Now into her first singles final since June of 2024, Jansen took a moment to speak candidly about her recent health journey as she has dealt with several complications from having type 1 diabetes. Over the past 6 months, I've been going down these doctor's office rabbit holes. Right before PPA Mesa, I finally got a diagnosis. There's something neurologically wrong because I've been so mismanaged with my diabetes, she revealed. They recommended me to a new doctor to fix my brain, and I feel like I'm not freezing out there anymore. I've put in a lot of work and hired a new singles coach who is great and very knowledgeable. She's helped me a ton with my forehand, so I'm just getting back on track now, and it feels really good. Jansen will face a familiar opponent on Sunday in Annalee Waters, or ALW. Despite acknowledging the challenge ahead of her, Jansen says that Brooke Buckner's memorable performance against Waters in the recent PPA Mesa final a few weeks ago should give herself and the rest of the field more confidence going up against the 18-year-old. I'm just happy to be back in a final. She has all the pressure, Jansen noted. I think Brooke showed us that Waters can be vulnerable, and I think we should all use that as some confidence going into each match against her. Paddles up.